Developing out of Phoenix right now, 3 men face several charges this morning after they allegedly broke into a home and then held 4 kids hostage at gunpoint while they robbed the home. Authorities say that the men forced their way into the home early yesterday morning while an 18-year-old girl was there babysitting her 3 younger siblings. A neighbor is the one who alerted police, and then it took them about an hour for the suspects to surrender. Luckily, the children were unharmed. Police are saying they think these suspects might be connected to 2 other home invasions.
Well, happening today, wildcat fever continues to spread here in southern Arizona.
Yeah, it sure does. The U of A baseball team back in action today. They're in Omaha for the College World Series.
KLD News 13's Ryan Ferran's following the latest for us this morning. Ryan, good morning.
Well, this morning, the governor of Minnesota is scheduled to visit the flood-ravaged Duluth area. Now, he's already declared a state of emergency. Torrential rains destroyed property. Take a look at some of this video you're seeing here. It also drowned animals in the zoo and even buckled roads, which is what you're looking at. The mayor of Duluth says the city likely will need help from the federal government to clean up this mess. Flooding damaged more than 50 miles of pavement in the city. No serious injuries, though, have been reported. Officials are still worried, though, about public safety in the days to come.
Today marks exactly 2 months since 6-year-old Isabel Celis was reported missing from her East Hyde home.
Yeah, well, despite the investigation and all the volunteer efforts, they kind of seem to be slowing down. There is a group that is still dedicated, and they're doing what they can.
KLD News 13's Ryan Ferran joins us live now from Keno Sports Complex with all the details of the event. Ryan, good morning.
Tucson police are also searching for 2 suspects in multiple robberies. All 6 incidents took place at stores on the east side and in Midtown between June 3rd and June 18th. So they're asking you to take a moment and take a really good look at these pictures that we're showing you. They were taken from surveillance video at one of the scenes. So authorities are looking for this man as well as a 5'6", 170-pound Hispanic man who they say acted as a lookout during the robberies. Arizona father pleads not guilty to child abuse charges after admitting to forcing his sons to drink alcohol. Now, you might remember Christopher Harvey of Surprise. Police arrested him earlier this month after he says he forced his children to drink hard liquor. Harvey's 13 and 14-year-old sons were visiting from California when he says they stole some of his alcohol. He says the drinking was punishment. Welcome back, everybody. It is now 6:19 here on your Thursday morning. You're taking a live look outside from our Diamond Children's camera there. You see that windsock moving ever so slightly, but if you're going to be outside, now is the time to do it. 73 degrees. Boy, are we warming up to about 106 later today, so be prepared for that. And as you're getting ready for work and you're heading out the door, you put on your shirt, men, you put on your tie and your Speedos, right? No, not everyone does that. Well, this guy did, this police officer did, and he ended up losing his job because of it. So here's the surrounding story. This is Cody Harris. He's a 5-year veteran of the police department in Provo, Utah. He's also a school resource officer at a local high school. Well, there's a birthday party for the secretary. He's asked to dress like a frog and wear green tights and stuff like that. Well, apparently he couldn't find the green tights. So all he found was a green Speedo, and that's what he wore. Take a listen to this.
A few students and staff were at the party.
He actually got on top of one of the tables and he knelt down and he actually pulled his pants down, exposing the Speedo, and he said something like, do you want some cheek with this cake?
Do you want some cheek with this cake is what he says. Well, then apparently he even went so far as to go into the principal's office, and there you see he kind of flexed his butt muscles in that Speedo, and it continued on from there. He then later opened the door to his office wearing nothing but the Speedo and his bulletproof vest. Now, it sounds like he was doing this all in good fun, but certainly the police department did not think that, and they wanted to, uphold their standards, so they did let him go. I went ahead and put this on my Facebook page so that you can see the entire story and leave your comments. He has since been reinstated is the good news. Now, I do think there has to be kind of a Speedo policy, though, I guess. I keep asking Mark Stein to wear something over his during the show, Aaron, and it's not working.
I don't even know what to say to that. Hey, you know what?
Well, we have a story that is just blowing up online that we want to show you. So take a look behind me. You see right here, this is a 68-year-old bus monitor in New York Well, she becomes the victim of bullying while she's on the job. Developments today as the pilots union at American Airlines has rejected the company's latest contract offer. Tomorrow, a federal judge will determine if American is allowed to break its contracts with pilots and other union members as a deal that involves cutting costs and laying off at least 12,000 workers.
Get this, CEO.
Aaron, thank you. Well, a group of volunteers will be at Keno Sports Complex tonight at the Tucson Padres game. They'll be there to show the public that they have not given up on the search for Isabel Celis. Now, they have a table set up to pass out flyers. They say they may do the same thing at the swap meet off of Ajo tomorrow night as well. So it's now been 2 months since the 6-year-old Tucson girl was reported missing. And since then, the number of volunteers has decreased. So has the number of tips that are coming into investigators. Still, though, no suspects have been named and police are saying no one has been ruled out.